Holiday Familia. Today in my daughter's second grade class, they are learning how to order whole numbers to 1,200, and the example problem that I'm going to use, starting from least to greatest, I have to organize these numbers. So let's do four numbers: 492, 488, and 495, and one more, 482. Now I have to put these numbers from least to greatest, so I can't focus, I can't solve horizontally, I just can't do it. So what I did was I created a chart for myself and my daughter to visually see these same numbers but in a vertical point of view. So 492, 488, 495, 482. Now these aren't just regular boxes, they have place values, which I forgot to tell y'all. I'm sorry, but I'll tell you now. It's 1,000, 100s, 10s, and ones. I have to put these numbers in least to greatest order. So what I did was I followed up this chart with another one, but this time I'm going to put an L right here for least, and I'm going to put G for greatest. So now I'm going to place all of these numbers here in order using this chart. So the first place value I'm going to look at is right here, is the 100ths place. So luckily all of these are all fours, so that's going to be pretty straightforward. Now the next place value that I'm going to look at is the tens place. So I have 9, 8, 9, and 8. Now between these two numbers, who is the smallest? Now I know that's pretty obvious, but I just want to share this number guide that I created for my daughter. Now the further you go up the stairs, you're going to head towards the moon, but the further you go down the stairs, you're going to hit some tulips. So this right here, the bottom of the stairwell, would be called least. The top of the stairwell is greatest. So that means you're going to get to the moon. Now here at the tens place, we've got a 9, so we're going to make a dot here, and then we have another 9, so we're going to put another dot under the 9, and then we have two 8s. So I'm going to put two dots for the 8. We can just visually see who is the smallest one. The smallest number between the 9 and the 8, it would be, because it's going towards the bottom of the stairwell, which would be towards the tulips. It would be going down to the least. I would put 8 because it's smaller than the 9, and I have to do it 2 times. So 8 and 8. So going back to my handy dandy chart, that would be here and one more time here. We're just looking at these two set of numbers. We're going to look now at the ones place. So for this number, the last number is 8, and then the last number for this similar number is 2. We're going to put a dot next to the 8 and a dot at the 2. Now between the two dots, this one is going towards the stars, this one's going towards the least, where the tulips are. The guide hasn't changed. We still have to focus on getting the least to the greatest. So between the 8 and the 2, who is the least? that would be 2 because it's going towards the tulips. The number that has 4, 8, the least number between the 2 and the 8 is the 2. So we're just going to scratch that out, and we're going to take the next number, which is the 8. We're going to put that number right here. 488, and it fits right here. 488. We're going to scratch that out because we're done with these two. Now we're going to move on to the next set of numbers, identical numbers of the hundreds place and the tens place. So that would be 4, 9, and 4, 9. So we're going to write that down, 9 and 9. And now the last two numbers is 2 and 5. So we're going to take our guide and we're going to find these two numbers on the stairwell. So here's 2 and here's 5. Okay, so between the two, who is the one that is least? That would be 2 because it's heading towards the tulips. So we're going to take that 2 and we're going to put it here. And the 5, well, that's our greatest. We found our greatest because it's going towards the moon. So we're going to put that number here. Now we know what our least number is and our greatest number and what fits in between. Now the next step in my daughter's homework was to organize these numbers from least to greatest. She had to write them all in order. So I'm going to take this number right here because it says least. So I'm going to put 482. The second number is 488. So I'm going to put that right here. The third number is 492. So I'm going to put 492. And the greatest number, 495. Now this is going to read 482 is less than 488. 488 is less than 492. 492 is less than 495. So all you have to do is make sure you put your commas in and you write your name on your worksheet and you're good to go. All right, y'all, this is it for today's episode, and I will see y'all in the next problem.